Another thing that's coming up to discuss is how you stay high. When you're going through a trauma, you're going to be going through a lot of mud. You're going to be going through a lot of difficult stuff. And sometimes we need to just sometimes we need to just be in the mud. Sometimes we just need to walk our way, sit in it, and just feel our feelings and process. And sometimes it's not just going to pass in an hour. But one thing that really, really helps is the two words moving forward. And that is something that just stayed with me. It was like God just, giving me that momentum the whole time of move forward. And it didn't mean that I didn't, if something came up, I felt it, I processed it, I dealt with it. If it was anger, I would scream. If it was grief, I would cry. If it was frustration, I would vent it. I didn't just poo-poo things, but then move forward. Move forward. Always find the light. Always remember, love and accept yourself exactly as you are. Always remember, everything is exactly as it should be. And you're supported in every single thing that you need. At every moment, you have everything you need. And now move forward. Now, that got me through a year. And then something happened like 8 weeks ago. And for like 7 weeks, I felt like I was in a pressure cooker. And I felt like even if I wanted to rise, which is my happy place, that being up here and just la-di-da through my day, I love being in an empowered place. There was a part of me that just felt like not happening. It's just not happening. And I had to sit in the mud. And I would try to rise back up, and then something would come and bam, slap me back down. And I just said, okay, this is where I need to be. It feels yucky. I don't like being in this place. I can't wait to fly again. I love rising. My soul, we yearn to rise. And I want to rise. But we can't just say everything's great and rise when we're dealing with a lot of stuff. It's okay to name those difficult things. It's okay to be in that difficult place and to say, I know everything's for the best. We can still say, I know everything's for the best. But right now, this hurts. Right now, this is bad. This is difficult. If we don't want to use the word bad, this is difficult. This is challenging. And it's okay to be there if that's where we feel like we need to be. And you could try to rise, and if you see that you're not able to, then maybe there's a message there of maybe just right now, it's okay. And let people sit there with you. Love and accept yourself enough to reach out and share your mud with someone else. Oh, we can have a very hard time doing that, especially if we've gone through a trauma and we become overly independent and we've become extremely self-sufficient. Why should we reach out, right? Reaching out gets us hurt. That's the message that we learned. When we love and accept ourselves unconditionally, we rip that Band-Aid off and we say, I'm gonna do it anyway. And I feel like what I've likened it to is it's like learning how to walk when you're an adult. It feels babyish, childish, like, why do I need to learn how to reach out to someone and that it's okay to share, and where do I draw the line? When is it oversharing? And like all that, we don't know because we're not used to that, because we feel like, well, we should be able to deal on our own, etc. Love and accept yourself to the place of, it's okay even if I make a mistake, and assume that people want to hear what you have to say. So invite people in, and it's okay to share your mud. You don't have to worry about making someone else dirty. That's not what's going to happen. They're not going to get weighed down by your mud. If you're sharing with a good friend, they're just going to hold you. They're just going to put their arm around you and give you a shoulder to lean on for 5 minutes so you can take a breath while you're dealing with your mud. So you don't have to worry about like, I don't want to share that yuckiness. I don't want anyone else to know what I'm going through or to feel what I'm going through. Don't worry about that. Even an empath learns to set up boundaries and recognize this is someone else's, this is mine. And it's okay. It's okay to share. So move forward, feel your feelings, and remember that you will keep rising, keep going up to that top, because you're moving forward. And when we move forward and upward, we're always heading in the right direction. And when there are times like there was for those 7 weeks where I just had to be in the mud, and I heard this from a lot of people. A lot of people were using also the same words, that they felt like there was this pressure all of a sudden, and there was just like one thing after the next. This is, God teaches us our lessons, and sometimes we can learn them in happy ways, and sometimes we have to learn them through trials. And remembering that everything is exactly as it should be. Everything is for your highest best good. Really, everything is for your highest best good. Live in that faith, and I feel like that is the bottom line that God wants. And this what the what we've been reading from the Bible for the past couple of weeks has all been focusing every week the same thing. God wants you to have faith in him. Stop worrying, stop being scared. Look at everything he's done for you. He's going to keep doing it for you. The man, right? The mana, they didn't get enough for a month. They didn't have a savings account. They didn't have a trust fund. They just got what they needed every day except for the Sabbath. Then the Fridays, they would get double portion, because on Sabbath, you don't work. You don't go gathering. You don't go out into the field. So they got a double portion. But it was every day. God will take care of all your needs. He will provide for you. Live in that faith. That's what God wants from us. That's what our trials are about. Pulling us back into a place of, it's up to God. God's taking care of me. All right. Sending love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.